Hello, welcome to the course Catfish Farming Business Course. This is a course on agronomy, and this is the first model. In this model, we'll be understanding the basics of catfish farming and recognizing the importance of catfish in the economy and diet. Then we end by identifying suitable catfish species and farming system. Catfish has been practiced for centuries. However, in the recent decade, there has been an increasing demand. Africa and Asian countries have been leading. Nigeria is topping as number one on top of the global producers. Technological advancement are also coming, and because of that, there is a high demand for catfish. Why is catfish important? Catfish farming creates jobs. E provides income for both those who are in the small scale and those in the large scale. And catfish has a high demand in the international market, and e has a high export po ten tial. And for rural pipu, catfish is one way to develop the rural communities. Nutritionally, catfish is high in protein, low in fat, and very rich in omega 3 that is beneficial for heart health. And it has a lot of minerals, especially iron and zinc. But is catfish farming profitable? Yes, it is. The fresh, smoke, and the dried catfish, and it has a short life cycle, and there are a lot of value added products that can be made out of it. So that is why it is very profitable. In fact, the fluctuation in the market helps for a continuous demand for this catfish, and that is why it's a profitable business. People always want it. There's a demand for it. You can make a lot of product out of it. Are there different types of catfish in the market? Yes. There's clarias, there's heterobranchus, and there is the hybrid. So, so clarias, right, is sharp-toothed and it has rapid growth. But heterobranchus are usually very large in size but resistant in disease. Then the hybrid just picks the advantage of both. The clarias is usually like this, trying to load this page. So the clarias is example of something like what we have here, but without all of the barbels. And the heterobranchus have a lot of barbels. Why the blend of both, which is the hybrid, has both side of it. That's the first image, the second image, and the third image. What makes clarias popular? Clarias has fast growth rate. When you want to do business, you want to look for something that gives you fast growth. Clarias has it. It's disease resistant. Maybe not as heterobranchus, but it is disease resistant. And it can live in different farming system. Anywhere you grow it, it will stay. And it has high yield, both for small scale farmers and large scale farmers. And that is why Clarias Gariapinos is the focus for this catfish farming business course. There are things you should consider, right? When you want to decide the species you want to use, you have to look at the environment, how available is this fingerling, and is it disease resistant? Because you don't want to be dealing with health issues of your catfish at the point of running your farm business. And what's the demand? What does the market prefer over the other? And in looking into the catfish farming system, there are three major ways it happens: the pond system, the tank system, and then the recirculatory aquaculture system. This is usually for large farms, right? The pond system is usually using earthen or concrete pond, and then the tank is usually plastics or concrete tanks. And there are samples of that. This is what a concrete tank look like. This is what the plastic looks like, and earthing is usually digging into the ground. Now let's go into the ponding system. The ponding is usually earthen or concrete. Earthen is the one where you look for a landmass and you dig into it. For concrete pond, you build it up with block. Now the advantage of this is that you can you can handle high stocking, so you can put so many fish in it per time. But the cons is that you need land, right? And water quality is hard to control in this place because the soil is also reacting to the water, as well as the cement also reacting to the water. The second one is the tank. So the tank is either plastic, concrete or metal, and it's ideal if you are trying to do this in a small space. The advantage of it is that you can control water in this one, and disease management is a lot easier there. But the disadvantage is that the initial cost of material at the point when you want to start this is usually a lot higher. For the RAS, it's high tech catfish farming. It's in a controlled environment, water is recycled, the water is also conserved, but it's very expensive to set up. And it allows you to have a lot of fish per time, but it's very expensive to set up. So how do you select the best system for your farm? First of all, what's the location of your farm, right? What's the location of the farm? What's the capital investment that you have? What is the scale of production that you can handle? And what is water like around the farm? Again, as discussed, the land the land size you have is part of what you have to consider when deciding what way you want to raise your own fish. Your capital, if you don't have so much money, right, you can't be doing high tech, right? The scale of production, small scale for tanks, large scales for pond and RAS, and then environmental factor. And even if you want to do 18 pond, the soil that is there, does it fit? If it doesn't fit, then you can't do 18 pond. In conclusion, what we are saying is that catfish farming is important. There is money in catfish. There are different species of catfish, but there is a species you should use if you prioritize profitability because of its growth potential. Then more importantly, there are various farming system, and you have to choose the farming system based on your resources and the goals you want to achieve. Our first activity: which of these catfish species have you seen the most, and what kind of pond have you seen the most? Then for yourself, what kind of pond would you like to have and why? See you in the next module.